Hello everybody, welcome back. So today we are doing a body language breakdown. This is the most accurate way to predict a fight. So let's not lollygag, let's not yap, let's not postpone this masterclass breakdown. So first face off on the chopping block is Ryan Amanda versus Pooja Tumar. As you'll see here, both girls are trying very hard to not break eye contact, but you'll see Tumar is hands down extremely confident. Meanwhile, Ryan Amanda has her hands up close to her face, negative cantle tilt. She has a frown on her face, and Tumar has a smile because she knows what's about to go down. She's about to put the mitts on her, she's about to stumble her, wobble her, put her all over the place. And she can sense the fear in Amanda's eyes. And Tumar is as cold as ice, staring right through her. And it's going to be a brutal beatdown from Tumar. And next fighter's on the chopping block, Cody Stamann versus Taylor Lapilus. Cody Stamann looks petrified. He has this weird smirk on his face, his hat backwards. Meanwhile, Taylor Lapilus is staring him down like a tiger stares down a gazelle. Cody Stamann also has a negative cantle tilt. He has his hand up as if he's trying to go for a fist bump or like a little dap up. And Taylor Lapilus is having none of that. His hands are down. He is so confident. He is aura mogging Cody Stamann so hard. Cody Stamann can't even look Lapilus in the eyes. Not to mention Cody Stamann is flexing and still getting mogged by Lapilus. And I predict it's going to be another brutal beatdown from Taylor Lapilus. Here we have another aura mogging moment with Eduarda Moura versus Denise Gomez. Eduarda missed weight, she knows she's feeling great, although her sunken in eyes are a bit conflicting on this. She is staring Gomez down like a hawk stares down a mice. And Eduarda knows that she's not only weight mogging, but she is aura mogging Denise Gomez. Even the guy standing behind him knows that Eduarda is absolutely mogging her. He is worried for Denise Gomes. She looks like she's in better shape. She has the positive cantle tilt. Meanwhile, Denise Gomes isn't even looking her in the eyes. She's looking at her chin and her neck. I don't think it's going to be a brutal beatdown, but I do think that it's going to be a dominant performance from Eduarda Moura. Next up, we have John Castaneda versus Daniel Marcos. This is a tricky one. Marcos is definitely beak mogging Castaneda, and he's kind of aura mogging with the red hair, to be honest, and the line. Although his nose and eyebrow ridge is a little bit of a fetus alcohol looking thing, so that could hinder him, or he could have that regard toughness where you hit him so hard that it won't even faze him. This one's difficult, but he's not only height mogging, he's relaxed, he's staring him down. Both guys are staring each other down, but no doubt in my mind, Daniel Marcos is mogging him in every single way outside of contact, eye contact. And the guy in the middle is looking at Castaneda with pity in his eyes. He knows Castaneda's about to get absolutely mollywopped in there, and he's about to get broken by Daniel Marcos. And next up, this is an easy one. De La Rosa is looking at Andrea Lee like she knows she's already broken mentally just in the face-off. And even the guy in the middle on this one, he knows that she is absolutely mogging Andrea KGB Lee. Not only is she milk mogging, but Andrea Lee carries herself like she's some America top model or wherever she's from. I don't care enough to look it up. But De La Rosa is not only taller than her, so she's height mogging, she's beak mogging, and she's eye contact mogging. Andrea Lee has wide open eyes. She has the prey eyes, as they say. She's trying to mew, but that neck is a prey neck. She looks petrified in there. And De La Rosa looks like she is a bear about to mow down on a fish hopping out of the river. And Andrea Lee, she has her fists somewhat close to De La Rosa, And De La Rosa is just, looks like she's ready to start throwing them hands right there, while Andrea Lee is trying to look as pretty as she can. So I predict that De La Rosa is going to not only walk through, she is going to kick down Andrea Lee like the SWAT team kicks down a door. Next up, we have Brad Katona versus Jesse Butler. This is an easy one. Brad Katona is absolutely short king mogging Jesse Butler. He's frame mogging as well. He looks way beefier, he looks way healthier than skinny, thin man Jesse Butler. Even the guy in the middle is like, geez, man, you look like you're about to pass out. Brad Katona is staring at him like John Wayne Gacy stared at his victims. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few dead bodies in Brad Katona's spaces between his walls. Because this man, he comes off as a nice guy, but you can't trust them. Everything else about his posture is so much more relaxed than stiff, skinny man Jesse Butler over here. One thing I will give Jesse Butler, though, is he has a much better hairline from this angle than Brad Katona does. But those eyes, they're telling me all I need to know. He is mogging Jesse Butler with his aura. He is staring him down like John Wayne Gacy. And I think it's going to be reminiscent of when John Wayne Gacy was murdering people, because it's going to be a brutal, brutal beatdown from Brad Katona. This one looks like it would be difficult, but it's going to be rather easy. Charles Radke and Carlos Prates. Charles Radke is absolutely mogging him right now. They're nose to nose, forehead to forehead. Radke looks like a stone cold killer. And if you notice, the guy in the middle is worried about Radke right now. He ain't worried about Carlos. Carlos looks like a baby fox ran into a coyote's den and it knows that it's about to get murdered. Charles Radke is that coyote. Not only is Radke slur maxing, he is post-fight beach maxing, but he is frame maxing right now. Paredes' eyes look terrified right now. He has all those tattoos, but that's only to make him appear tougher. But Radke is going to brutalize this man. Next up, we have Thiago Moises versus Ludovic Klein. Thiago Moises looks much thinner. He does have a much better hairline, but that doesn't mean much of anything. He looks worried that Ludovic Klein is about to pop him in the mouth right now. And Ludovic Klein looks like he's ready to pop him in the mouth. And even the guy in the middle, he's looking at him like, yo, you better not swing on him. But Ludovic Klein, he has his hands up, ready to block, ready to start swinging. And he's frame mogging as well. Thiago Moises' shoulders are hunched forward. Meanwhile, Ludovic Klein, he has a proper frame, proper stance, and posture. Ludovic Klein is about to beat the brakes off of Thiago Moises. And I'm going to have to go against my original pick on this next one because Miguel Baeza is... Actually, no, I take that. Both guys look terrified. Neither of them are aura maxing right now. Baeza's posturing. He has his hands up in a scared stance. But his face is all I need to see because he looks petrified. Meanwhile, Puna Soriano looks like he's just chilling, he's just relaxed. And even the guy in the middle is like, yo, you're a little too relaxed right now. But that's because Soriano knows he already won this fight just in this face-off. Baeza looks terrified. He looks like a cat that rolled over with its belly showing because it's submitting right now. Soriano looks like he's like, chill, I'm not going to kill you quite yet. I'm going to play with my food because he's a tiger and Baeza is a house cat. Soriano also has a tattoo, not the type to appear to be tough, but because he likes it, which is part of, that gives him +5 aura. He isn't hype mogging, but that's not always the end all be all. And Baeza, he's trying to lean towards the camera, make it look like he's bigger, but I think that Soriano has the better frame, the bigger frame, and I think he's about to chin check the daylights out of Miguel. Next up, we have Zach Reese versus Julian Marquez. And the Cuban Missile Crisis is about to launch another missile into Zach Reese. Zach Reese looks like he had to spit. He had to vomit. He had to poop. He had to pee just to make weight. And Julian Marquez looks like he didn't have to do any of that. He showed up having to cut 2 pounds. He's ready to go. He feels great. Looks a little bit sleepy, but he doesn't look malnourished with a paper-thin nose that Zach Reese has. That's what Julian Marquez is staring at right now. He knows one solid jab to that little paper nose, and that thing is bye-bye. And even the guy in the middle, his eyes are closed. Even he's seeing what I'm seeing. He's like, yo, you're about to get brutalized in there by Julian Marquez. And his ribs, way more protruding than Marquez here. Marquez looks lean, he looks mean. He even knows chin for chin, cheekbone to cheekbone. He not only aura mogs Zach Reese, but he's going to mog Zach Reese in the octagon tomorrow night. Next up, we have Bruno Ferreira versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus is mewing, but he does have a negative cantle tilt. He is nose mogging though, so between his jaw and his nose, he looks like he could take a beating. But Bruno Ferreira, he is lining the hair maxing, as well as is a much better hairline. He has a better frame. But Dustin Stoltzfus is about to be a victim, and even the guy in the middle knows it. He's looking at Stoltzfus with pity right now. He knows that he is a lamb for slaughter, and Bruno Ferreira even knows it. He may be the shorter guy, but he's the hungrier guy. And if this was in high school, and Stoltzfus got the last brownie, that is now Bruno's brownie. He's gonna walk up, take it off of his tray, and there's nothing that Stoltzfus can do about it. Because Bruno is aura mogging the daylights out of him. And he's gonna knock the daylights out of Stoltzfus tomorrow night. Next up, another very easy mogging session going on by Raul Rosas Jr. versus Ricky Tercios. Raul Rosas Jr. knows he looks terrible, but he is ego mogging, and he is looking at Ricky Tercios like he's a victim. Like Ricky Tercios was the type of kid that Raul Rosas Jr. used to bully every single day in high school. And Ricky Tercios is even seeing that right now. He looks like he's about to beat up the bully, however, it's not going to go his way. He has the weak wrists right now, and Raul Rosas' chin is crazy. His nose is crazy. He's not worried about any of that. Meanwhile, Ricky Tercios looks like he's trying to look pretty. He's trying to put on a show. But Raul Rosas Jr. knows it's about to be a quick, easy night. Because Raul Rosas Jr. isn't worried about any of that. He is hair mogging Tercios. He is eye mogging Tercios right now. His shoulders are relaxed due to confidence, not incompetence. And Rosas is age mogging right now. He knows he's still young, but he knows he is much better than a 31-year-old Ricky Tercios. Next up, this one's a little bit difficult with Dominic Reyes and Dustin Jacoby. Dominic Reyes looks like he's ready. He looks like he's back in college, in the locker room, getting ready for a game. A little bit nervous, but that's not out of the ordinary. Both guys look like they cut weight pretty good. But Dustin Jacoby, it's hard to look at his eyes because how weathered he is from the kickboxing days. He got brutalized by Alex Picheta in his debut in Glory. He looks worried as well. His arms are back behind him, not ready for any unexpectedness. Even the guy in the middle is like, yo, Jacoby, you're about to get styled on. Dominic Reyes is looking at him with the dead eyes as well. He knows he's more athletic. He knows that he is the more skilled fighter in Dustin Jacoby. It's like, oh man, I hope I can land on that chin one time and knock you out. But even he isn't buying that. Dominic Reyes is about to put on an absolute show and show everybody why he's the better all-around fighter, not just on the feet, but on the ground. And we're about to see Dominic Reyes do a Khabib-style beatdown on Dustin Jacoby. Next up, we have the main event with Nassourdine Imavov and Jared Cannonier. Nassourdine Imavov looks too confident. He looks like he's laughing, he's giggling, and Jared Cannonier is staring at him with the dead eyes. His mouth is not perked up. Jared Cannonier knows that face is begging for an overhand. Even the guy in the middle is like, yo, the fight's tomorrow night. Please don't hit him tonight. Jared Cannonier, it's crossing his mind right now. Jared Cannonier is like, yo, I used to fight heavyweights. I used to fight light heavyweights. Now I'm at middleweight. And my nutritionist is my wife. And even Jared Cannonier knows that Nassourdine Imavov is about to be Jared Cannonier's side piece tomorrow night. Jared Cannonier has the better cardio. He has the better physique. Nassourdine Imavov doesn't have a bad physique. I'll give him that. But all that height is going to be a disadvantage for him. Jared Cannonier has that fat boy strength. Even the guy in the middle is envious of Jared Cannonier. He's like, man, I wish I looked like you, even though I'm a white guy. And if you bet on every single prediction I just made, because this isn't even fairy tale. This is fact. You will earn all your money. You will earn every single penny that you put in there. And if this turns out correct, like I know it will be, I will change my channel name to Mystic Manor. Because as Conor McGregor said, I predict these things. And if you like the content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoy the fights tomorrow night.